So I'm gonna do a small presentation. I'm a cybersecurity consultant with more than 20 years in IT security. It's been more than 10 years. I switched to cybersecurity before I was as a Cisco instructor and IBM System X engineer, and it's been 25 years teaching Cisco and teaching networking at the university. So I switched to cybersecurity within 10 years. Now I'm specialized in cloud security, SIEM, SOAR, and automation. I gained some experience in Security Onion, ExtraHop, Sentinel, FortiGate, and Nozomi. I'm mostly passionate about building custom parsers. It's coming from an old school programming. Since I started programming with COBOL for mainframe in 1998, so I'm still passionate about the programming and the coding that I've been doing. It's a hobby for me. What led me to Zeek? The first thing we needed to install a redundant NDR to some kind of a product that was installed in a company. When we started deploying the Security Onion, we noticed that Security Onion doesn't provide any visibility for TNS Oracle traffic. And that was very critical for security operation of that company. And we faced that problem, and the full project was halted and stopped until we solved that problem. So what I started to think of doing, I went into Zeek and I tried to create some kind of a parser to intercept any SQL traffic. And by intercepting that SQL traffic, I tried to extract from it the connection that was done from the source IP, destination IP, and source port, destination port, and to extract the SQL statement issued inside that connection or the comments. And I try to put any SQL statements that exist inside Oracle and that can be added because it's a static list inside the script. I'm looking at all select, insert, create, grant, revoke, anything is going to be related to a security issue inside that traffic. Then I went furthermore to getting all the errors that's going to be raised for that during that connection. So we were going to have a TNS error or we're going to have a NORA error. It's going to be related to a system error or a command executed. In that way, we can monitor everything or all commands done through that SQL statement and through those connections to raise the alerts that we need. Now, I got that by creating several logs and using Zeek. And I also tried to create a notice based on critical Oracle errors that, in my case, it was considered as critical, and also it's in a static list inside the Zeek script that can be tuned, add, or you can remove. So I'm producing 3 logs. I'm producing the tns.log that's going to contain the connection itself. It means it's going to contain the source IP, destination IP, ports used, and the user used in that connection. And what I'm doing to remove the duplications, because inside that connection, I'm gonna get multiple logs. And inside that connection, I'm gonna get also multiple SQL queries or multiple errors gonna be related to the same connection. I'm extracting those logs as connection, as username, as SQL, and error. I'm putting it in a table. That table is gonna be created once the connection is opened using the event TCP connect of Zeek. And during that same connection, whenever I'm gonna face the same error or the same SQL or the same user of the connection, I'm gonna not gonna take it into consideration, I'm gonna drop it. And once the connection is gonna be closed inside the event connection state remove, I'm destroying that table. In that way, I can now correlate the SQL statement with the user, and I can correlate even the error with the user that they created that connection. I faced one problem and I couldn't do it good. It was the correlation of the SQL statement with the error produced, because I might have 2 SQL statements in the same connection that's going to be providing perhaps 1 error or 2 errors, so I could not correlate it. So, but it's going to be easy as manual interception. I can get the connection ID with the user and can go to the errors and can get the connection ID also and the error and the SQL statement and can do that correlation. In that way, I'm going to be able to detect any suspicious or unauthorized DB activity. I can get all the detections I'm going to be creating. That's going to be created on our SIEM. our SIM, we're using Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel SIM. So any analytic rules or alerts is gonna be raised in that Sentinel. And I'm raising some kind of alerting inside the notice.log of Zeek. And it's based on specific Aura or TNS errors. Now, what I'm gonna be having inside my tns.log, I'm gonna be having, it's an example here. I'm putting that I have the connection, I have the source IP, I have the source IP with the port used, destination IP, the SQL server, the port, and the user. And inside the TNS SQL.log, I'm putting all the SQL statements executed. So it's gonna be the select, an update, a drop, alter, whatever is gonna be executed is gonna be here. And I created a third log. It's gonna be tnserror.log. It's gonna have the same information as source IP and connection, the port, the user, and what was the error. So it's an Aura and the description of that error. Now, the problems that I faced also, it was sending those logs to my SIM. Since I'm using Security Onion I'm using Security Onion in a distributed mode on a grid, I faced that problem of sending those logs to my SIM. I could have used the Zeek to Ceph Python scripts. I can use the Zeek Ceph plugin to send it directly to our SIM, but I was afraid of altering or changing the configuration in Security Onion. So that's why I looked for a on-top solution to leave Security Onion as is, not to touch any configuration inside it, and create a Linux script to read the notice.log as tailing to detect any new detection I'm gonna receive, and I'm gonna parse it because it's gonna be a JSON inside the notice.log since it's a Security Onion. Zeek is gonna be part of Security Onion, so I'm gonna be parsing it. I'm gonna be preparing the Ceph message. I'm gonna send it to the Ceph syslog, and that's that script I'm gonna create it as a service inside my Linux to run continuously, and I'm gonna get all the logs and all the errors is gonna be raised from that system script to double check it. What value I gained from that Zeek script? First of all, I improved the monitoring of Oracle-based application. Since I'm working in a company it's critical for them to monitor any Oracle-based application, any Oracle traffic, because it's going to be the first part of an exfiltration. So any access to any critical information, to any sensitive information in the database, it should be monitored from scratch. So I should see which user did the exfiltration, or which user did the select from the database, or he tried to do some corruption of the tables by issuing a commands like alter or dropping multiple tables from the same user. So all of these are use cases that can be created on the SIM. I did not create them inside the Zeek script to raise alerts in Notice, because it's gonna be it's gonna be dependent from the SIM. It's gonna be dependent from the analytic rules, and the use cases gonna be created on my SIM, and it's gonna happen using a correlation with other events and other detections. That's why I did not create any use cases inside Zeek. Only I raised some alerts for critical errors that's gonna happen. So I enhanced the correlation in SIM by adding the DB context. I helped implementing Security Onion as an enterprise grade NDR, because enterprise and the enterprise grade NDR, they're gonna, in their marketing, they're gonna say that we're gonna be monitoring TNS products, we're gonna be monitoring the Oracle traffic. It's kind of a marketing issue. So here I took an open source solutions, which Security Onion, and I raised it to another grade to be able to monitor the Oracle. So just a small thing for the community. My custom parsers made that project of Security Onion to be a redundant NDR, make it happen, make it a reality. Now it's really a redundant NDR, and we're catching some more detections, more than the more than the production NDR and the other NDRs that exist. I'm gonna try to expand protocol coverage by creating some other scripts and doing some other parsers. What I'm gonna try to do also, I'm gonna try to add to this parser some kind of behavior analytics. So I'm gonna trying to do some machine learning to get which server or which user is gonna be doing each day some select statements on that DB. So I'm not gonna raise any detection for that, and for any new connection, for any new or none seen before connection or a select statement, I'm gonna raise alert for that. I started small, so it was an idea. Can we install Security Onion? My answer was yes. As an IT person, we never say no for anything. We always say yes. It took me a lot of tests because I'm working inside Security Onion. I started my scripts on Zeek 8.0. I moved it to Security Onion. I faced problems that Security Onion is going to be working with Zeek 7.010 most recently with the newest update. So I had to start from scratch. And I did a lot of tests, and now I'm sharing it to the community so everyone can take advantage of that.